She was born like around Easter.
Does she lay eggs or will she be chicken dinner someday?
Well, she will lay eggs, but she's not old enough to.
They hear my voice, so we try to figure out names for the goats. What we did was we went to my daughter's iPod and we went through and picked out bands, and I have Slim Shady's over there. I have the Green Day Boys, Rob Zombie's over there too.
There you go. This is Shake and Bake. These are our pigs. We have pigs and cows and turkeys and chickens and ducks. We feel that it's important to have a respectful relationship with our animals. We love them and they love us. They have a great environment here. They have all the food they would want to eat, fresh air, sunshine, and people that care about them. And we're proud of that. We're happy that we can give them this environment.
Elvis! That's Elvis. Okay, let's go feed your grain, come on. Came up here, got a job working as a database manager, and my daughter died shortly after we came up here. She was 16, and 4 months later I got laid off. And I was trying to find a job. I just wasn't into it anymore. And my wife said, well, you know what you need to do. We always wanted to have goats. Next year after that, we said, let's get some chickens. So we got some chickens. And then this year, we said, let's try pigs. When I get up in the morning, it doesn't matter how tired I am. When I come around that corner with a bale of hay and they all just turn and look. And it's just like, there you are, guys. That's my favorite. This is the first place I've been to that I feel like we belong here. I mean, this is where I was meant to be.
I've been in Vermont for a long time, and backyard farms have been a part of Vermont for a long time. What's been exciting is the level of energy and activity that has grown in the last few years. This concept of a renaissance of agriculture in Vermont is real. I think people find an intrinsic reward raising their own food. They want to know where it came from.
A lot of people aren't really secure where their food comes from, whether it be of not knowing if it's contaminated, not knowing how it's grown.
People are very much concerned now about food quality, how animals are treated. So I think it's really beginning to get the movement for backyard farming again.
People like to buy local and keep their dollars that they make here in Vermont. Have food in the fridge for your family from a local farm, and it feels good to know that you're eating something that's coming from somewhere local.
You may not think of a backyard farm as terribly important in the grand scheme of things, but they are part of the economic cycle that supports the service sector and the suppliers of the products that all farmers need. And those economic dollars that are spent through the agricultural system are some of the most productive dollars we can spend in our communities and support many businesses.
Hey, yo. We shear them twice a year. We sell the yarn. This is the first year we got it spun in Vermont. This is the first year that we had 100% Vermont product, and that's important to me.
It's a lot more work than people think it is, I think, in the beginning, but we get a lot out of it personally. I love coming out here in the morning with a cup of coffee and saying hi to the cows and the pigs and the chickens, so whatever we give to them, we feel like we get back tenfold.
I believe anybody can become a backyard farmer because you can do it to any scale you want.
A lot of people will start small and get bigger. Some people start with just a garden and upgrade to wheat or geese or chickens. A lot of people can do it pretty easily. It's a great way to get your hands dirty and learn in the process.
There's no better way to teach a child responsibility than to give them an animal to take care of. They understand that animal depends upon them.
Rather than, maybe playing a video game or watching TV, getting some fresh air, getting some exercise, and learning how the food process and the food chain works.
I like growing stuff and watching things grow up, experience seeing them, what they do in the morning, night, and watching them eat and drink and stuff. Well, I want to have a farm when I'm older. Yeah, we want to have a farm and definitely continue having animals.
We in Vermont have a storied history when it comes to agriculture and our food systems. It's good for you spiritually, it's good for you economically.
Backyard farming can give something that they can't get somewhere else, is they can have a relationship to the land and the animal.
Hey, you. When I grew up, I was on a farm. We had fresh eggs. We'd go get the eggs from my grandmother. We'd go do this and that. By having a small farm like this, I think it's kind of carrying on like a tradition.
I know that, maybe some people think this is kind of corny or whatever, but one of the things that we do before we have our first meal, we just say, thank you, Penny. It means a lot to us, it really does. We're grateful to them, and we feel that we owe them. They give back to us just by being them, and we think it's worth it.
Yes.